Nothing changes.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Amanda. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video has been highly requested and I'm really excited to film it as well. So today's video is just kind of going to be an update on how it's been working as a nurse in the postpartum unit, and I have some questions from people too that I'm going to answer. So yeah, let's get into the video. So if you didn't know, I am currently working as a postpartum nurse. Some hospitals call it like mother baby, family care, whatever. So basically I work with moms and their newborns after delivery. So they are in labor and delivery, they do all the birthing and stuff, and then a few hours later they come down to postpartum, and then I am their nurse. My orientation period is about 12 weeks total, and I just finished week 4, which is exciting. The first 2 weeks were really boring and I wasn't on the unit at all, but now I'm on the unit more, I'm doing more, it's super exciting. I also have classes occasionally that I have to go to. The one I went to this last week was an antepartum complications class. And then this next week I have a newborn foundations class, postpartum complications class, and then I'm on the unit the other 3 days of the week. Actually, next weekend I work. Sad. That's kind of where I've been at right now. I've had a decent amount of questions about how it's been, what it's like, all that fun stuff. So I'm kind of just going to answer those and hopefully talk about anything that I missed at the end. So the first few questions are like specifically about being a new nurse. So the first question is from, I can't pronounce it, Ibra, it's Aaibra, and she asked if I review material from nursing school for or during my shift, and no, not at all. I maybe like during the shift, but it's not like specifically me going back to my nursing school material. I've tried my hardest to just kind of just absorb everything that I'm being taught, and my program didn't do a huge focus on labor and mother baby care and newborn things, so that's kind of been a learning gap, I guess I want to say. It's been definitely very interesting learning stuff that a lot of people know going straight into nursing school, but I'm surviving. So the next question is from Kelsey Goodwin. She said, is it really scary or do you feel prepared? A little bit of both. Some days I'm like, some things and some tasks I feel really confident on now, and other times I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And obviously that's normal, but I think the biggest like advice that I was given from my first preceptor in this job, I have 3 that I've been working with right now, and she said, don't feel like you need to know everything. She's like, you're here on orientation to get training to become the best nurse you can be. She's like, your first day, ask as many questions. There's no dumb questions. Ask everything. Relax. You don't need to know everything that I'm talking about. I'm just going to do my day, whatever. So that was like really helpful, is like going in and knowing, okay, I don't need to know everything. I just need to know where to find the information or whatever. And I'm not going to know everything until these like 4 months are done or 3 months are done. The last question about being a new nurse in general is from Cake, and she says, how has working as a CNA or tech helped you into your transition as an RN? And honestly, I haven't, I was a CNA. I don't think I'm legally a CNA anymore because I think my license expired, but I didn't work as a CNA at all during nursing school, so I didn't have like a very smooth transition. But I will say that like even just starting nursing school, having that CNA background helped me with my interactions with patients and not being afraid of like going into a patient's room and stuff like that. So yeah, just the patient interaction mainly. I think that's it though. Like honestly, like if you did nursing school and you did clinicals, that is going to help you more than being a CNA. So this next batch of questions is specifically about mom and baby world. So I asked you guys, what do you want to know about mom/baby world? So the first question is from Lore Schultze, I want to say. She said, do you need any certifications other than BSN to be a mother-baby nurse? No, you just need to have your RN license. There are certifications out there, and the way that my hospital works is that right now as a BSN, I'm just considered a clinical nurse 1. So if I get that certification, I will become a clinical nurse 2, and I get an increase in pay and stuff like that. But I'm not eligible to get that certification until I've been employed there for 2 years in a postpartum unit. So yeah, one thing that my hospital requires is that we all have breastfeeding classes, and not a specific certification, but you can also become a lactation consultant, but then you're not actually a floor nurse, you're your own thing on the unit. So that's I don't know if that answers the question, but no, you can just work there as a BSN. I'm pretty sure you could work as an ADN too if you only had your associate's degree. The next question is from Sarah Cantola. I think that's how you pronounce it. She said, favorite thing about your unit and things you didn't expect when starting in your unit. Okay, so my favorite thing, obviously the babies are freaking adorable. But I want to say my favorite thing is like getting the parents, mainly first time parents, getting them to like the first time that there's like a successful breastfeed, or like inviting dad over to come and help change a diaper. And it's just such an exciting time in their life. And I think that's my favorite thing, is like for the most part, most of the situations are happy. And thing that I didn't expect when starting on my unit, I work at a hospital that takes a lot of high-risk pregnancies, so I've already seen at least 3 patients with preeclampsia. I've had one who had eclampsia. Yeah, we've had a lot. We get a lot of the high-risk patients, so I think that was something that I didn't expect, but I knew about it, but I didn't expect it to be as frequent as it is, if that makes sense. So it's interesting though, because I'm able to use a lot of med-surg in those situations, like having mag drips, and I even had a patient with an insulin drip, which was terrifying, very scary. The next question is from MC Drizzle, and she said, what is the best part about working in mom and baby, and why did I choose that specialty? So I kind of already answered my favorite part. It's just mainly that it's a happy time for everyone 99% of the time, and just working with new parents and getting them excited about bringing baby home and all the things that they can do and how amazing it is, like how amazing little newborn babies are. I chose this specialty because I have always loved working with children, and I've always loved women's health. And if you don't know, my previous degree was human development and family studies, so I feel like postpartum and labor and delivery and stuff like that, even though I don't work in labor and delivery right now, I potentially will in the future. I haven't quite decided yet. I feel like postpartum is a place where I am able to utilize that degree as much as possible, because there have been times where I've like been asked questions that are like more developmental and something that I learned in my degree from before nursing and not actually in nursing school. So that's been really exciting. The next question is from Jakia Branch. It says head to toe assessments. I actually think that eventually I'm going to make a video about what a normal shift looks like for me, so I'll include that in there. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that whenever it comes out. I'll probably wait until maybe I'm off orientation so I can let you know what my personal routine is and stuff, because right now I'm with a few different preceptors and they all do things a little bit differently. The next question is from Amanda.nursing. Love your name. And she said, do you care more for mother or baby, or is it equal? It is equal. My hospital does not separate mom and baby. Baby is always in the room with mom, unless baby's in the NICU, or the few times where mom actually has to go to the ICU. But I take care of mom and baby. So a couplet, that's me. I take care of both of them. And typically on a day, like a normal day, I'll have 6 patients. So I'll have 3 couplets that are all, if they're all healthy and everything's going well, I'll have 3. And the last question is from Haley JWK. And she said, are the jobs in L&D / postpartum competitive? I would say yes. Most places, labor and delivery, you can't work until you've had some nursing experience, because it's so stressful and high risk, and you might have to go to the OR very rapidly, and you have to think on your feet, and you're dealing with a lot more medically than postpartum. So I would say labor and delivery, you need more experience. Postpartum is still very competitive because it is such a sought out after position, because it, like, who wouldn't love working with moms and babies, you know? Those are all the questions that I have right now. If you guys have any other questions about mom and baby world, just literally message me, write a comment below, message me on Instagram, anything, and I'll answer it. So yeah, I have honestly loved it so far. It's been a little stressful sometimes because we've had really busy days, like when I had my Meg and insulin patient. That was stressful, but I'll talk more about that in a different video, I think. Yeah, so I hope that answered all your guys' questions. That is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss any more videos about nursing and moms and babies, and let me know what other videos you guys want to see from me, literally about anything. I'll try my best to film those. So yeah, I will see you guys next week. Bye.